Today on the Daily Scoop podcast from the Scoop News Group. It's Tuesday, July 1st, 2025. Welcome to the Daily Scoop podcast, where you'll hear the latest news and trends facing government leaders. I'm the host of the Daily Scoop podcast, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for joining me. All right, here are today's top headlines. U.S. authorities unsealed indictments, seized financial accounts, and made an arrest in the latest attempt to crack down on North Korean remote IT workers as part of a coordinated action that the Justice Department announced on Monday. The workers obtained employment at more than 100 U.S. companies using stolen and fake identities, costing them millions in damages and losses. The crackdown also included the seizure of websites and searches of 29 known or suspected laptop farms across 16 states that hosted victim company-provided laptops used to deceive companies. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Massachusetts and the DOJ's National Security Division arrested Zhenzing Danny Wang of New Jersey on Monday pursuant to a 5-count indictment of Wang and 8 alleged co-conspirators, all Chinese and Taiwanese nationals. A second 5-count indictment from the Northern District of Georgia charged 4 North Korean nationals. Authorities seized 29 financial accounts used to launder money and 21 fraudulent websites, according to DOJ. In the first indictment, Wang and the co-conspirators allegedly caused companies to incur computer network remediation costs, legal fees, and other damages totaling at least $3 million. In the second, the indicted nationals stole virtual currency worth $900,000 at the time. North Korean IT workers have infiltrated hundreds of Fortune 500 companies, security leaders say, prompting a series of actions from law enforcement to stem the tide, including an operation earlier this year with more indictments and another that froze crypto funds, as well as sanctions. In other news, the Department of Homeland Security is canceling a $10 billion IT and software contract, a move that comes amid the Trump administration's push to route all deals through the General Services Administration. In a posting Friday, DHS said the decision to scrap all existing IT value-added reseller deals under its First Source 3 contract aligns with recent executive orders and was made following a, quote, thorough analysis of active contract awards and solicitations to assess mission criticality and continued needs. The cancellation also includes solicitations and evaluations of proposals submitted via a second category for software per the posting, and no additional awards will be made. Even before its cancellation, the contract faced numerous challenges, with offerors frequently issuing bid protests that required DHS to pause and restructure the contract several times. Though DHS initially issued awards to more than a dozen companies in different socioeconomic categories under the IT reseller function last September, the department put the contract on pause earlier this year to sort out continued protests and evaluate the future of the procurement in light of President Donald Trump's executive orders. The cancellations follow a thematic shift in the Trump administration to centralize almost all government procurement under GSA, including commodity IT, rather than giving agencies the authority to execute their own procurements. Through its OneGov strategy, GSA said it will work to negotiate deals with IT vendors rather than resellers for the entirety of government. For more news at the intersection of the federal government and technology, make sure to visit fedscoop.com. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of the Daily Scoop podcast, available on all podcast platforms. If you've already rated the podcast on your platform of choice, thanks so much. High ratings and good reviews of the show help more people to find it. The Daily Scoop podcast is a production of the Scoop News Group in Washington, D.C. Adam Butler and Carlin Fisher help put the show together, and the entire Scoop News Group team contributes. We'll be back tomorrow with more top headlines. Until then, I'm your host, as always, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for listening.